flipping the switch of fear. She was well-groomed, smart, and beautiful. When she walked into our Club 1506 meeting, she had one urgent request. Please teach me to do public speaking, or I could lose my job. We asked helpful questions and soon learned that she was successful in her job. But her boss had recently told her that she was going to be sent around the country to speak about that company. There was only one problem. She had never given a speech in her life. We assured her we could help, and she joined. Table Topics is usually easy for new members. We'd start her with that. This is how Table Topics works. The Topics Master creates a series of questions. During the meeting, the Topics Master asks a question, then calls on someone to give a brief, impromptu answer. This develops great skills for members, helping them come up with fluent, effective answers.
So pause. Do that sentence. Hold on. And so you'll have a fresh.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll start with this develops.
Okay, ready?
This develops great skills for members, helping them come up with fluent, effective answers to any unexpected question. That didn't seem too hard to do, our new member said. Yeah, there we go. I rehearsed this too many times.
You know, it's okay. And it's okay.
I'll start with that didn't seem too. That didn't seem too hard to do, our new member said. But we, and she, found out it was harder for her to do than any of us had expected. When the Topics Master called on her, she stood up and froze. Her face twisted in fear. Was all that came out of her mouth. Then she sat down. She encouraged us to call her on her at the next meeting. She encouraged us.
Go ahead.
She encouraged us to call on her at the next meeting. Our Topics Master got the same result, a fearful expression, and another sit down. The third meeting, it was the same. We were getting nowhere, and her fear was still at the top of her life. Then we assigned her a mentor, an experienced Toastmaster who would work with her outside the club meetings, over coffee, and at her home. At the next meeting, our terrified member was scheduled to give her icebreaker. Icebreakers are always interesting. They give us an insight into what that person is all about, their family, skills, interests, and lots more. Did you hear it?
Yep.
Okay.
That's why we paused there.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on.
I'll pause after skills. That's the last word on that page.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, complete your sentence.
Well, that's Steph.
Complete your sentence.
Okay.
Continue that there. And then, if you can, kind of hold still. You can pick up with they give. You can pick up with that sentence, and then go to that end of the paragraph.
Okay.
And okay.
All right. Where did we land off then? They give us an insight into.
Well, just pick up with they give,
and
you're fine.
Okay.
So then we don't have any page at all. And what I'll do is I will gracefully pull this for you.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
Hold on.
They give us an insight.
Hold on, I wasn't ready. Oh.
They give us an insight into what that person is all about, their family, skills, interests, and lots more. Since each person is remarkably unique, in the 20-plus years that I've been a Toastmaster, I've never heard two icebreakers that were alike. But now, it was time for our newest member to give hers, and we all wondered if she could even utter one word. She was introduced, walked up to the lectern holding her brief notes, and was ready to speak. Or was she? All of us held our breath. Then her words began to flow. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. She was actually speaking. Her words continued. A, my name is Anna. B, I was born in Dubuque, Iowa. C, as a child, I loved poetry and reading. She was giving her speech alphabetically. Our mentor had found a way to unlock her fear. Not only did our new member give a fluid 4-minute speech, but she had learned to watch the timing lights and did not go overtime. She could be voted on to be the best speaker of the meeting. All speakers receive applause when they approach the lectern and give their speech.
Pause. You got it. Pick up with that last sentence.
All speakers. All speakers receive applause when they approach the lectern to give their speech and also as they return to her seat. The applause for Anna was outstanding. She was smiling. There was not a trace of fear in her face. That speech apparently flipped the switch for her. She now knew that she could do public speaking. With the continued help of her mentor, she progressed through the 10 speeches in her first manual, now known as the Competent Communication Manual. Each speech in that manual taught her a new skill: preparing a speech, making eye contact, using body gestures, vocal variety, and many more.
All right. I'm going to have you do the last sentence, then give me a pause.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Each speech in that manual taught her a new skill: preparing a speech, making eye contact, using body gestures, vocal variety, and many more. Before long, she had completed that manual and received her first Toastmasters International Competent Communicator Award. Toastmasters International headquarters sent a letter to her employer, verifying.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll start with before long.
Okay.
Before long, she had completed that manual and received her first Toastmasters International Competent Communicator Award. Toastmasters International headquarters sent a letter to her employer verifying her new achievement. After more of our helpful Toastmasters training and guidance, she began doing just what her boss had wanted. She was traveling the country, giving effective presentations about their business. But other wonderful things began to happen for Anna. After pursuing a college degree in night school for 12 long years, she finally achieved that goal, met a young man, got engaged, and got married, all in the same year she had joined Toastmasters. In the decades that I've been in Toastmasters, I've seen many life-changing miracles take place for our new members. But for me, that one stands out as one of the very best. Presto, DTM.
Distinguished Toastmaster. Say it out. Distinguished Toastmaster.
Yes, I'm going to. Oh, I said DTM, I'm sorry. Presto, Distinguished Toastmaster, Ontario, California, USA.
Woo!